What's up, people? I just want to share a few things that's on my mind. And I know some people probably don't want to hear it, and I get that. I understand that. But I scroll my news feed on Facebook and see, you know, almost everybody's watching the game tonight. And I could just imagine in wherever house they were in, or club or bar or wherever people was at watching the game, I could just imagine the noise and the emotions that was being thrown around, up and down, excitement, cheer, fear, anger, sadness, everything was going on. And my concern just come from the fact that, I look around and churches is, you know, really empty half the time. Even the people that do go to church, they there like somebody making them go. They about as excited to go to church as they are to work. And, they don't, they don't sing when it's worship time. They don't raise their hands up. But yet when they favorite team playing, people excited, jumping around, hollering, yelling. And it's like, where is our priorities? Where is our desires? Where is our hearts? Especially if we call ourselves Christian, we could stand around and look at each other crazy on Sunday in church like, I ain't singing, I ain't finna say nothing. But when it comes to sports games or even TV shows, because I know some people thinking, oh, I don't watch sports, so I ain't got nothing to do with that. But even people get excited about their favorite TV shows or characters. And, you know, we put so much emotion in stuff that don't mean nothing. These players, they make their fortune because people love to watch it and love to worship at the altar of sports. It wasn't no accident that David Stern said the year that the All Star game was in Dallas at the biggest stadium that you know that the the fans have come to celebrate the biggest gathering of worship of basketball you know ever, where 90,000 fans. you know we like to be naive and make excuses, but you know the enemy know exactly what he doing, and he got our priorities out of check. And it's sad to know that we when God says every idle word will be judged, and we spend so many words, so much energy into focusing on futile, vain things that's passing away, things that don't serve us any justice. And we show no emotion when it comes to things that just destroying our culture, that grieves God. I mean, we get angry at people that's pro-life because we think pro-choice sounds better. And we celebrate music where everybody's cussing and downgrading everybody, men and women, because they make fun of the men because they don't have the money they got, and then they tell the men they'll take their woman and then send them back home to them when they done with them. And we paying these dudes to mock us, and the athletes know better. So it's like, man, when we gonna wake up? We celebrate our own chains around our neck. We celebrate, you know, our own oppression. That's really depressing. I mean, man, our children are flunking out of school. They can't read, can't write, and screwing like animals because, that's what they believe they are. That's what science tells them. Man, I'm really just like, man, this world is going down at a fast rate. I mean, we're on a roller coaster with grease tracks right now, and you know, I just like, man, everybody that say, oh, I ain't got time for God or church and all this stuff, and it's like, well, what do we got time for? And let's be honest, what has taken prayer out of school, the Bible, rejecting the values of Christianity, even just the basic Ten Commandments, what has it got in our society? Are we better off for it? Are we better off for embracing evolution and embracing postmodern, relativity and the fallacy of all roads lead to the same place? I just want to challenge anybody to actually believe all roads lead to the same place. On your way home from work, just take a few left or right turns where you normally would have went the opposite way. Just take a different, you know, just turn it a different opposite way and see when you get home. I want to see that, because if you get home, you're gonna have to turn and get back on that road that you normally are on, um, to get home on a daily basis, and there's only one way to do that. So, I just want to just voice my feelings on this. You know, I probably maybe only 3 or 4 people watch it, but oh well. I got it off my chest, so I'm just praying for this world, man, to open his eyes and wake up. And I know the reality is many are not, but um, I'm just thankful for the lost sheep that will wake up and see the light, because the darkness is so depressing, and we love it so much, and it just feels like no hope for our society right now. No hope. So I'm just letting my feelings out. So y'all take care. Good night and God bless.